Hey, you in there? You mess man? I got your engine friend out here. I got a gun on him, and you better come out with your hands up or something unpleasant is going to happen to your engine. Do you hear me in there? Well, you'll hear my gun in a minute. If you care anything about your friend here, you better come out. All right. All right, I'm coming in. But if anything goes wrong, your friend is a dead engine. All right, now, go ahead. Go on. So, you are with that masked man. Well, you'll pay for this. You and the masked man both. Now, go on, get over there.
Oh, I don't know. You mean to tell me Calvin Blair planted that money on you?
I don't know, Sheriff. I don't know who else could have done it.
Well, I don't believe it, mister. You'll have to have more proof than this. I think it's all a trick you're up to.
I aim to produce more proof, Sheriff. Full proof. My Indian friend should have reported to me by now about that. He may be in trouble, so we'd better get going.
We? I suppose you're going to spring Ames out of here.
I said I wouldn't try to release Ames until I could prove he was innocent. I meant it. After you lock him up, you can untie your deputy. Then come down to the stable at Blair's home.
That where you're going?
That's right.
Well, mister, wherever you go, I go. One way or another, I aim to find out what you're up to.
All right, Sheriff, I'll meet you at the stable.
Come on, Bill. I gotta lock you up first.
You bumbling idiots. How did you let that masked man get the drop on you?
We didn't know he was in town.
You don't know anything. That's your trouble. Do you want to wind up like Pete Carson? I told you not to underestimate that masked man.
Well, how did he get here so fast?
You said it'd take a couple of days.
Oh, the note writer's got something to say, huh?
Well, somebody underestimated the Lone Ranger. It wasn't Hammer or me.
You sniveling sneak, why don't you put it in writing like you did that note?
He had a gun on me. I had to write it.
I've got a gun on you, and I've half a mind to use it.
Not now, you won't. You're in trouble. You need us. Besides, maybe that note wasn't such a bad idea. Maybe we better just divvy up the loot and call it quits.
Perhaps you're right. Maybe we should divide the money and go our separate ways. But none of us will be safe while that Lone Ranger is loose. We've got to take care of him first.
He said he'd meet the Indian here.
Well, the Indian's waiting, and so are we. He's our insurance. Now, Hammer, you wait by the door. Sagebrush, make sure he's secure.
We've got no guns, boss. The Indian took them.
Well, one gun is enough, Hammer, for the job that needs to be done.
Shh. Somebody's coming.
Come in. You might as well come in. We got your engine friend in here. Speak. Say something.
Kimasabi, you not come in.
If you value your friend's life, you better come in. Without your guns and with your hands up. So, we meet again. Face to face this time.
You won't get away this time, Taylor. The sheriff is on his way here now.
Oh, the sheriff. Well, if he is, he's looking for you. But I'm going to save him the trouble. He'll find you dead when he gets here.
That'll take care of you, Indian.
Come on, Trigger. Let's get it over with.
Oh, he's impatient, ain't you, Sagebrush? But this is a moment that shouldn't be rushed. After all, the death of the Lone Ranger. Tell me, how does it feel? How did Pete Carson feel? You ought to know. You're in the same spot he was with a minute to live. Nothing to say, masked man?
I told you won't get away with it, Taylor. Good work, Tonto.
Reach for the ceiling, all of you. Now, what's going on here?
You've been looking for Trigger Taylor for a long time, Sheriff. Well, there he is.
Calvin Blair?
That's right. I think this money bag and that hat and mask will explain a lot.
That's no proof.
No, but I think your men will give us all the proof we need.
Hank, take care of these men. Well, you sure were right about Blair's men. When they found out that they might have to pay for his crimes, they squealed their heads off. Then, Blair confessed.
I sure am grateful to you, mister.
I reckon we all are. Now that Blair and his men are in jail, this will be a law-abiding town again.
I certainly hope it stays that way. Come on, Tonto. Adios.
Hey, wait a minute, mister. Well, he didn't tell me his name.
I reckon you won't forget it once you hear it, Bill. He's the Lone Ranger.
Identity theft can happen to anyone.
My savings account and my checking accounts were both drained. All of my money was gone.
I could not believe that somebody would steal my tax refund. It made me angry.
She had my social security number, and she was able to make a purchase for $8,000.
Today's technology makes identity theft easier and easier. If you use a smartphone, shop online, use public Wi-Fi, or fill out forms or applications, you're at risk. There's a new victim of identity fraud every 2 seconds. 1 in 4 people have already experienced it. Is there anything you can do about it?
I called LifeLock.
Millions of people have already become members. LifeLock's award-winning technology scans hundreds of millions of transactions each second to spot threats to your identity. If we detect your information being used, you get an alert. If you have a problem, a dedicated U.S.-based LifeLock agent will be assigned to your case to fix it. And you'll be covered by LifeLock's $1 Million Protection Package, including lawyers and experts if needed, and reimbursement of stolen funds and personal expenses up to the limits of your plan.
You have this whole team of people on your side, and you know that you don't have to go it alone.
And unlike free credit monitoring that just monitors your credit, LifeLock detects and works to fix identity theft.
LifeLock, they're not just going to monitor your credit, they're going to be there to help you afterwards if something happens.
Join today for as low as $9.99 per month and get 60 days risk-free with promo code LL60. LifeLock members get identity threat detection and alerts, a dedicated U.S.-based agent assigned to your case, and you'll be covered by LifeLock's $1 Million Protection Package. Start your membership today. Enroll in minutes.
Having LifeLock, we didn't feel like victims anymore.
LifeLock. Call 1-800-630-7187 or visit LifeLock60.com. Use promo code LL60 to get your 60 days risk-free and a free shredder with annual membership. Join LifeLock today.
It's not natural for a child to hear war sirens. Just constant violence, not having electricity or water. To a child, this should not be a reality. When I was about 5 years old, a lot of soldiers came into our apartment and we were very, very scared. Even within our home, we did not have protection. Because we are not a Muslim, we were not accepted. Where do you go from here? You can't go back to your country, and you can't stay here. You have no home. I think people sometimes think that people have a choice. No one chooses to be a refugee. You are forced to flee. You have no other choice. That's when UNHCR stepped in.
For over 60 years, we've been helping families escape injustice, persecution, and war by providing food, water, and shelter. This is the work of UNHCR. And it is only possible thanks to the people who support us.
Growing up, I felt very, very helpless and hopeless. Now I feel free and liberated, like the sky's the limit.
But we need your help. Your gift at forcedtoflee.com provides shelter, food, and water to families who have lost everything.
Your gift of just $21 a month, only 70 cents a day, will help provide shelter for families like mine.
When you visit forcedtoflee.com right now and give, you're showing that you care about families who have been persecuted.
Your gift, no matter how small, can help someone like me.
Will you help us give hope today?
There are still so many more people like me that need your help so they can escape the violence.
Please, call or go online right now. If operators are busy, call again or give online at forcedtoflee.com now.
You're watching WHT, World Harvest Television.
fiery horse with the speed of light, a cloud of dust, and a hearty Hi-Yo Silver. The Lone Ranger.
If you're over 50, did you know you could be taking advantage of everything AARP has to offer right now? Join today for just $12. Find out what 37 million AARP members already know. Benefits start instantly.
It's AARP.
Are you joining AARP?
Actually, I just did.
But is it worth it?
Well, I enrolled at 7:02, saved on concert tickets at 8:10, read a great article on investing at 9, found a sweet travel deal at 10:15. I used the caregiver finder for my dad, and done. Discounted movie tickets.
Call or go to getaarp.org to join today for just $12, and your second membership is free. And get instant access to discounts on eye care, prescriptions, savings on travel, dining, and deals from top retailers. So many ways to save. Instant resources, tools, and tips to help manage your money, maximize your health, and so much more. AARP is mobile. Get alerts to savings and events near you. And AARP is the largest advocacy group for people over 50. Your voice will be heard.
I love the local retail discounts. AARP absolutely pays for itself.
I'm nowhere near ready to retire, and AARP has been a tremendous resource for that.
I get reliable financial tools and tips.
And we check out the hotels, the dining. AARP saves us a lot of money.
Join today for just $12 for your first year. That includes a second membership free. Plus, you get the award-winning AARP The Magazine.
I love the magazine. Everything in there applies to me.
Benefits for both memberships start instantly. So call or click to join AARP today, and you get this travel bag and AARP The Magazine free. Call 1-800-737-2768. That's 1-800-737-2768. Or go to getaarp.org.
Look, folks, don't laugh. Suppose you had to say things like that night after night.
Just a minute, boy. If that wasn't funny, why do folks laugh and applaud?
They got to do something to stay awake.
You better behave yourself. You see those two gentlemen over there in the box?
You mean those two highbrows been laughing at your rotten jokes?
That's Judge Jordan and Sheriff Bill Roberts.
Uh-oh. Look, Your Honors, I ain't swiped anything recently. Honest, I haven't.
That's because I've been watching you. Why don't you behave and be a good boy and make something of yourself?
I was doing all right till you started putting words in my mouth.
What do you mean doing all right? You never worked a day in your life.
Had a job at the Eagle Laundry.
A job at the Eagle Laundry? Well, you don't know how to wash clothes.
Maybe not, but I'm a whiz at washing eagles.
Be serious for a moment. Look out!
Well, Tonto, you're back early.
Ah, me get bad news too, Kimasabi. Sheriff Roberts, him murdered last night.
Sheriff Roberts? I can't believe it. I wonder who did it.
Nobody know. Killer get away.
Roberts made Kingston one of the most law-abiding, prosperous towns in the West. This killer must be out to destroy all he's done.
That's plenty bad for Kingston.
Yes, and bad for the entire West. Get ready to break camp.
We go after Killer?
More than that, Tonto. We're going to help preserve the things Roberts stood for. Come on.
Well, Rocky, you're no longer just a deputy. You're the acting sheriff. Find Roberts' murderer and you got a permanent job.
I'll find him, Judge. You know how I felt about Sheriff Roberts.
Yeah, we all feel the same way. Well, come on, boys. Sheriff Craig's got work to do. You know, strange how the killer could vanish so completely.
Nobody saw him. Everybody was looking at the stage.
Yeah, everyone except that actor Boswell.
I'm having him brought in for further questioning.
Good. Well, best of luck to you, Rocky.
Thanks, Judge. All right, Hatch. Meet Kingston's acting sheriff.
I'm sure glad everything went all right.
Yeah, I'm going to have this town eaten out of my hand.
I don't like this. Hide me in the back room of the sheriff's office.
Oh, stop worrying.
Even if they found you, who's going to recognize you?
What about that actor? Suppose he saw me.
That's why I'm keeping you here, to deal with him in case he did see something. Get out of sight. Here he comes. In here.
In here? Thank you, my good man. Did you wish to confer further with me concerning last night's tragedy?
I'll ask the questions here.
I'm not accustomed to being spoken to in such a manner. Yes, sir.
Boswell, last night I was patient with you. Today I want a straight answer. Can you identify the man who shot Roberts?
Naturally,
Yes or no?
No, I mean, well, if you put it that way, I suppose I can.
Are you sure?
Quite sure. Boswell never forgets a face or a voice.
Well, now, that's better, Mr. Boswell. I admire your courage.
My courage?
We'll take care of you. Don't worry about the danger.
Danger?
Why, sure. This killer will stop at nothing to get the only witness. He'll shoot on sight. Say, you know, it might be a good idea to use him for bait.
Bait?
What's the matter?
I just remembered an important rehearsal.
You're not thinking of leaving town?
Oh, no, I'll be right back.
All right, but watch your step. And don't mention this talk to anyone.
Oh, no, I won't. Good day, gentlemen.
What's the idea? He's going to skip town. Hey, you let him get away.
Yes, I know. Another killing in Kingston would look bad right now.
But as long as he's
He
alive...
ain't staying alive. 2 masked outlaws are going to take care of him after he leaves town.
Meaning Al and me?
Yeah. Boswell's just going to disappear.
Just look at this country. Wild, barren, uncivilized. What a relief it'll be to get back east.
Don't hand me that, you're running away.
Well, nobody's going to use Sidney Boswell for bait.
What else you good for, you no good cowardly ham?
Tonto, look.
Wagon come from Kingston.
Let's see if there's been any new developments. Come on.
Whoa, Agnes. Don't shoot. Anything I have is yours, but don't shoot.
We're not going to rob you.
But that mask.
It's not the mask of a criminal.
Kimasabi, him have big wooden doll.
What's your language, Redskin?
So you're a ventriloquist.
Ah, the world-renowned team of Boswell and Bosco at your service.
Funny jokes, polite patter, and snappy sayings.
Kimasabi, how can doll talk?
Quit calling me a doll or I'll fill you so full of splinters that you'll be a wooden Indian.
Mr. Boswell can throw his voice, Tonto. It only looks like Bosco's talking. Seriously, Mr. Boswell, have they caught the man who killed Sheriff Roberts?
Well, no, they hadn't when I left Kingston.
Did you know the sheriff?
Slightly. He is, or was, a fine man.
Well, we won't delay you any longer. Come on, Tonto. Adios.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Tonto.
For once, I agree with you. Despite the mask, seemed to be a nice enough fella.
There's his wagon coming around the bend. We'll go for him as soon as he's out in the open. Come on.
More. Come on, Agnes, Clark, get out of here. Here, baby, hurry, get down. Come on, boy.
The shots came from back there. Let's find out.
Please, gentlemen, I'm only an humble entertainer. I have no money.
Stop blubbering. You got any prayers to get off your chest?
Prayers, please.
Hey, I don't like the looks of this.
Let's get out of here. Not before I... Let's go.
Are you all right?
I don't know. It's the first time anyone ever tried to murder me.
Why Why should anyone want to murder you, Mr. Boswell?
I'm sure I don't know.
Does this have anything to do with Sheriff Roberts' death?
No, absolutely not. I didn't see anything.
Suppose you tell me about it.
Well, I guess it's hard to lie to a man that's just saved your life. I saw Roberts murdered.
Then you know who did it?
No, but I can identify him. That's why those men chased me. I had to run away.
Didn't the law offer you any protection?
Mr. Craig, the acting sheriff, said he'd take care of me.
I see. So you ran out on him. Mr. Boswell, when you're back east, you feel quite safe and secure, don't you?
Yes, of course.
It wasn't always that way. People had to fight, even die to establish the law and order you take for granted today. That's what we're doing in the West right now.
You're saying that it's my duty to go back to Kingston?
It's the duty of every citizen to help the men who enforce law.
What about it, Bosco?
That's what I've been saying all along. Let's go.
Good. We'll camp nearby. You stay with Tana while I ride into town.
Why are you going to town?
I'm going to tell Sheriff Craig about this so he can prepare ample protection for Mr. Boswell. You follow us.
Rocky, we're in trouble.
What do you mean?
I was just about to plug Boswell when a masked man and an engine run us off.
Run you off? Why, you lily...
You'd have run, too, if you'd have seen the way this guy could shoot.
Oh, forget it. Just because some galoot stages a holdup, that don't mean anything. Probably scared Boswell clear out of the state.
Well, I don't like it.
I don't like it either, but I ain't getting excited about it. Look, I'm running this town my way. You guys got nothing to worry about. You did cover your trail here, didn't you?
Yeah, sure.
And get out to my place and stay undercover. You're supposed to be out looking for Boswell.
All right.
I'll be out later. I wouldn't reach for that. What do you want? Are you Craig? Yeah. Who are you and why the mask? My mask is on the side of the law. I wouldn't come here if it weren't. Why did you come here? I thought a lot of Bill Roberts and what he stood for. You found the man who killed him? Not yet. My one witness was an actor fellow that skipped town. My men are out looking for him now. They won't find him. Why not? Because I have him. You have Boswell? Where, outside? No, he's at my camp. It was careless of you to let him get away. And you protect him if he comes back? Protect him? That's right. There was an attempt to murder Boswell this morning. What? I'll explain on the way to camp. Right now, the important thing is Boswell's safety. Well, don't worry. I'll look out for him personally. Good.
Identity theft can happen to anyone.
My savings account and my checking accounts were both drained. All of my money was gone.
I could not believe that somebody would steal my tax refund. It made me angry.
She had my social security number, and she was able to make a purchase for $8,000.
Today's technology makes identity theft easier and easier. If you use a smartphone, shop online, use public Wi-Fi, or fill out forms or applications, you're at risk. There's a new victim of identity fraud every 2 seconds. 1 in 4 people have already experienced it. Is there anything you can do about it?
I called LifeLock.
Millions of people have already become members. LifeLock's award-winning technology scans hundreds of millions of transactions each second to spot threats to your identity. If we detect your information being used, you get an alert. If you have a problem, a dedicated U.S.-based LifeLock agent will be assigned to your case to fix it. And you'll be covered by LifeLock's $1 Million Protection Package, including lawyers and experts if needed, and reimbursement of stolen funds and personal expenses up to the limits of your plan.
You have this whole team of people on your side, and you know that you don't have to go it alone.
And unlike free credit monitoring that just monitors your credit, LifeLock detects and works to fix identity theft.
LifeLock, they're not just going to monitor your credit. They're going to be there to help you afterwards if something happens.
Join today for as low as $9.99 per month and get 60 days risk-free with promo code LL60. LifeLock members get identity threat detection and alerts, a dedicated U.S.-based agent assigned to your case, and you'll be covered by LifeLock's $1 Million Protection Package. Start your membership today. Enroll in minutes.
Having LifeLock, we didn't feel like victims anymore.
LifeLock. Call 1-800-520-9095 or visit LifeLock60.com. Use promo code LL60 to get your 60 days risk-free and a free shredder with annual membership. Join LifeLock today.
That was no lady. That was my wife.
No, my friend. You got to work his lips faster. Throws my timing off. Now let's try it again.
Who that lady me see you with last night?
That was no lady, that is my squaw.
Tonto, I deeply fear that you're not destined for the stage. Perhaps it's just as well. You see... Well, Sheriff, we meet again. I'm afraid it caused you a little inconvenience.
Inconvenience? You had me scared to death. You'll be safe now, Mr. Boswell. You're being placed in protective custody.
Custody? You mean I have to go to jail?
No, that's the first place they'll look for you. Sheriff Craig has arranged for you to stay at his home. We'll keep your wagon and Bosco here.
What, leave Bosco?
If you attract too much attention going through town, there'll be another attempt on your life.
In that case, I'll be ready in a moment. Will you help me with my horse, Tonto?
Me be glad to help.
As soon as Boswell gets on his way, Tonto and I'll go after those two masked outlaws. You've already done enough. Why not wait till my men get back? Time's important, Craig. We'll let you know what luck you have. By the way, where'll we find you? I'll be at my place with Boswell till the men get back. He's got to be guarded.
All set, gentlemen. Goodbye, my friends. You will take good care of Bosco.
You not worry. Me take good care of little feller.
Come on, Boswell.
Now, don't ride too fast, Sheriff. Agnes and I have had a hard day.
You've got all the luck.
It ain't luck, it's brains.
The boss. And that actor's with him. How do you figure he managed that? I don't know. And I'm ducking till I find out. Come on. Come in. It isn't much, but you won't have to put up with it long.
Then you have a suspect.
As a matter of fact, yes. Someone I'd like you to identify right now.
Here in this house?
No. Wait a minute. I'll have him brought in. How'd you get him, Rocky? Your masked pal set him right in my lap. Why did you bring him here? Because I want him to get a good look at Hatch. That don't make sense. Sure it does. If you can't identify her, we're in the clear. If you can, we'll finish that little job you started this morning. What about the masked man? Leave him to me. Now put your hands behind your back like they're tied. Bring him over here. That the man?
Let me get a better look at him. This light's different in here, you know. Have him turn his head that way.
You heard him.
That's it. He's the man. I'd recognize him anywhere.
You're crazy. I didn't go near Roberts last night.
Sidney Boswell never forgets that voice. Why, you're the man that tried to kill me. You unspeakable cur, I'd whip you within an inch of you.
You'd what?
His hands. Sheriff, look, there's somebody stopping.
I'll do something. Do I finish him off? No. Tie him up and gag him. What's the matter? You going soft all of a sudden? That masked man knows I bet Boswell. He's coming here. Coming here? Yeah, and I've got a scheme to get rid of him. But I want Boswell alive until I know it'll work. What's the scheme? Well, first you're going to tie me up. No use, Tonto. We lost him.
Hard ground, make it easy to cover tracks.
We'll go back and tell Craig not to send out a posse. Come on. Stop worrying, Hatch. Nothing's gonna go wrong. This hombre's smart, I tell you. I'm gonna be in the other room. One false move and I'll let him have it. You're gonna stay in that closet with Boswell and keep him quiet. He's gagged and out cold. What more can I do? Here they come. Get to work. You gonna gag me too? No, lie down like you've been knocked out. Take care of him. What happened, Craig? You all right? They took Boswell. 2 masked men jumped us. Must have spotted us coming here. When did this happen? About an hour ago. Al, all right?
Him have a big bump on head, but him be all right.
You recognize the men? No. One of them said something about Deep Canyon. They may have taken him there. I'll get my other guns. You'd better take it easy, Craig. I gotta reach Boswell before it's too late. You're in no condition to travel that far. I'll organize a posse. There isn't time. It'll be dark in a half hour. Tonto and I will head for Deep Canyon now. I sure messed this up. If anything happens to Boswell... Accusing yourself won't help. Montana, we've got to move fast. Good luck, my friend. I'll never forget this.
He fell for it like a lead weight.
Yeah. And as soon as we put Boswell out of his misery, nothing can stand in my way.
Why you stopped, Kimasabi?
Tonto, Craig was lying. That cup of coffee on the table was still hot.
Still hot?
Yes. If Craig was tied up for an hour, as he claims, the coffee would have been cold.
And why you not expose him?
Whoever tied him up probably had us covered. I couldn't take the risk.
If him lie, then maybe Talk man, not a Deep Canyon.
That was just a trick to get us out of the way. And explain Boswell's disappearance.
You think him still at house?
I hope so. And I hope he's still alive. Let's go. I'll go in the front way. You work around at the back door. I tell you, he's not going to be killed in this house. It'll be dark in a few minutes. You can cart him out in the desert.
All right. I'll go hitch up the wagon.
What happens when the masked men don't find Boswell at Deep Canyon? I'll be just as unhappy as anybody else. Now, don't worry. I can handle that masked man. He's not as smart as some people think. Don't make a move. Mr. Boswell, you all right?
Uh-huh.
This is the end of your lives, Craig. Toss your gun over there. You! Hurry up! You're making a mistake. I was forced into this. Where are your other men? I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, you do. You couldn't tie yourselves up. Where are they? Listen, I can explain everything. If there's any explaining to be done, Mr. Boswell can do it. I'll untie him and no tricks.
You and you're a dead engine. Come on.
Hurry it up.
The other man's out back. Watch out for him.
Thanks, Boswell. All right, you two. Get over there and be quiet.
Tonto. Yeah, and I'm right back of him. Drop your guns or your pal's a goner.
Nice going, Hatch. Now we'll see who's talking big. Get over there, all of you. Come on. The people of Kingston won't let you get away with this, Craig. I'm running this town. And I'm going to start off by killing you. You'll hang for it. Not a chance. You three are going to disappear without a trace. You're wrong, Craig. You don't think I came back without first seeing Judge Jordan, do you? Jordan lives on the other side of town. You didn't have time. How do you know I didn't arrange to meet him? How do you know Judge Jordan isn't outside right now? I don't go for a crazy bluff like that. Jordan's nowhere near here.
You're wrong again, Craig.
Keep them covered, Tonto. I'll help you tie them up as soon as I free Mr. Boswell. I'm glad you understood my hints about Judge Jordan.
Sure, I understood. That was a magnificent fight.
Your throwing the judge's voice made it possible.
Well, for a ventriloquist of my standing, it was elementary.
We can never repay you, my friends. You not only brought a killer to justice, but you destroyed a plot to corrupt our town.
It's Mr. Boswell's evidence that'll do that, Your Honor.
I'm not forgetting. Mr. Boswell, your part in this shall not go unrewarded. The people of Kingston have taken up a collection, and are going to give you...
I'm deeply gratified, Your Honor, but I seek no monetary reward unless you insist.
We do insist.
Well, these gentlemen should share in... they've gone.
Now, don't worry. They'll be back if we ever need them. You know who the masked man is, don't you?
Even the dummy'd know that. He's the Lone Ranger.
Identity theft can happen to anyone.
My savings account and my checking accounts were both drained. All of my money was gone.
I could not believe that somebody would steal my tax refund. It made me angry.
She had my social security number, and she was able to make a purchase for $8,000.
Today's technology makes identity theft easier and easier. If you use a smartphone, shop online, use public Wi-Fi, or fill out forms or applications, you're at risk. There's a new victim of identity fraud every 2 seconds. 1 in 4 people have already experienced it. Is there anything you can do about it?
I called LifeLock.
Millions of people have already become members. LifeLock's award-winning technology scans hundreds of millions of transactions each second to spot threats to your identity. If we detect your information being used, you get an alert. If you have a problem, a dedicated U.S.-based LifeLock agent will be assigned to your case to fix it. And you'll be covered by LifeLock's $1 Million Protection Package, including lawyers and experts if needed, and reimbursement of stolen funds and personal expenses up to the limits of your plan.
You have this whole team of people on your side, and you know that you don't have to go it alone.
And unlike free credit monitoring that just monitors your credit, LifeLock detects and works to fix identity theft.
LifeLock, they're not just going to monitor your credit, they're going to be there to help you.
They represented Syrian society before.